God, I really hope this is working. Last time I tried to live stream anything, it just shut down after like 20 minutes. So that's nice. Now live on your channel. I'm checking my own thing to make sure it's going. It looks like it is. So hi, it's just Jimmy. Don't worry. Oh, I should make that my intro. Don't worry, it's just Jimmy. Yes. Anyway, I am playing Marvel's Spider-Man in honor of the Miles Morales game coming out pretty soon. So, I want to make something clear. When Miles Morales comes out, I'm going to be playing that non-stop. So, I'm going to be playing it on my channel, actually. I'm going to record it and then upload it afterwards. Hang on, I'm just going to quickly check my own live stream to make sure my audio is coming through. Okay, it is coming through. Awesome. So yeah. This will be fun. I'm not expecting anyone to watch this yet. That one person is probably just me. But I am doing a no upgrade run. I kind of already did this on my own time, but I thought I would stream it, just to try streaming. I just wanted to give it a shot. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to play through the game on the... Hi, King of the Nerds. Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm playing through the game again, but this time I'm going on the hardest difficulty, and I am not going to be purchasing any upgrades of any kind. There will be no combat upgrades. There will be no gadget upgrades. The only gadgets I'm allowed to use are the ones that the game forces me to get. So this is like the web bomb, the electric web, the impact web, but I cannot upgrade them at all. I can't give myself any upgrades. Now obviously I can't stop myself from getting EXP. That would make things way too difficult, but I have to get creative. I've practiced this a bit in my own time, but now I'm going to be streaming it. Expect me to die a lot because I am a button masher. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And here's hoping the stream does not crash on me. I think the last time I tried streaming was at my house, but the Wi-Fi always kept cutting out. But I'm at my dorm now at school. So the hope is that it works better. Okay. So yeah, the save game too, I was going through the DLCs as well. These used to all be full. 2 years later, I'm still playing this game nonstop. Alright, so, new slot. We're doing on the ultimate difficulty. Subtitles on. Yeah, I love this game so much. I'm so excited for Miles Morales. I'm going to be playing that game fully on my channel. I'm going to record like close to hour-long episodes and then just upload them. I might live stream a free roam run of it if this goes well. This is like a test to see if this works. So if I cut out at any random point, I blame the Wi-Fi. But so far the Wi-Fi's been pretty good at school. So yeah, hardest difficulty, no upgrade run. Here we go. Oh, another thing. I almost forgot. Another rule is that you can only use the advanced suit's suit power. The power that lets you increase your focus bar. That's the only one you're allowed to use, because a lot of the other ones are really overpowered. So you can wear any suit you want, but you can only use the focus bar power. That's it. Nothing else. Which, if anything, is an advantage, because then you can heal really quickly if you need to. My god, I've played through this game so many times. It's gonna be weird. I'm gonna have to, like... I hope to one day get a PS5, so that I can buy the remastered version of this. So that I can see what it's like with that new modeled face. My opinion on that is mixed. On one hand, it is technically a better looking model. You look at that and think, yeah, that's Peter Parker. Sure. On the other hand, we're super attached to what we've already had. So I'm mixed. But... Hi, Alien. Thank you for joining us. I'm talking about which model of Peter I prefer. I'm kind of indifferent. On one hand, the new model does technically look better as a video game model, but on the other hand, I'm super attached to the old one. But my view on it is that Insomniac, they clearly love Spider-Man so much. They put so much love and effort into everything. So if they're doing this, if they're changing his model, then I'm gonna trust that they'll make the best of it, for whatever reason it is. Yeah, and that's understandable to think that of the model, if it's a lower quality. I would have been fine if they just, like, tweaked up this model, like... Ooh, my favorite Spider-Man costume. Okay. In general, I'm not sure, but in this game, I have to go with the Far From Home suit, the red and black one, because as far as I remember, black and red is my favorite color scheme when it comes to Spider-Man. I just love it so much. So I'll probably be wearing that suit a lot. But, favorite suit in general, I'm honestly not sure. There's so many good suits, you know? But I like ones that are usually, like, sleek. Like, they suits that, oh, that's a good one, Iron Spider, yeah. Okay, are you talking about the comic book Iron Spider, or are you talking about a, Infinity War one? I like both, to be honest. I think the Infinity War, Infinity War is a nice twist on the costume and on the comics, but I don't know, I'm torn. The detective suit.
Sounds like his guys are trying to keep my backup from reaching the scene.
The MCU one. Ah, yeah. No, that's understandable. That's a really good one. No, I'm not. I'm not leaving the mission. Bye. The detective suit. I don't... Which one is that? I don't remember one being called the detective suit. Noir! Oh, okay. It's N-O-I-R. Noir.
Hello?
I think.
Parker, where are
That's a good one, though, yeah. I love the idea behind that suit. What I love about the Spider-Verse in general is that, it reinforces the idea that Spider-Man can be anybody, and Peter just happens to be the guy who got bit. But I love the 1940s take on it. Like, it's darker. He's fighting Nazis. He's burning a candle at both ends just to feel something, anything. Quoting Spider-Verse. I literally watched Spider-Verse last night. It's still such a good movie. Oh my god. Sorry, when you get me onto the topic of Spider-Man... Did you hear about Spider-Man 3? I've heard that they've started filming, yeah. Which I'm excited about. And I've heard the rumors that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be in it. I think if they are, that would be so cool, because multiverse. At the same time, I don't know, I feel like Tom Holland should just have his own movie. We shouldn't have to rely on the nostalgia of the previous Spider-Man to make it a good movie. I think it'd be good as a standalone movie on its own, like maybe in the next Avengers film we get some multiverse stuff and see them. That'd be cool. But yeah, I'm so excited for Spider-Man 3. They're going in a direction that I haven't seen of other movies. Is that... Oh, by the way, spoilers for those of you who haven't seen Far From Home. I'll give you a second to click away. Okay. So, at the end of Far From Home, his secret identity gets revealed. And I'm hoping that this third one is him sort of on the run from the police. Because we've seen some of that, mostly in Amazing Spider-Man 1. But, like, I would love to explore it further in this one. And just see, like, the dangers of, like, his loved ones being under attack. Like, it'd be so cool. I'm super excited. It's weird playing this on a slightly smaller screen because of the live streaming. Alright, I don't have any gadgets yet. Darn it.
This doesn't look good.
What if Miles is in Spider-Man 3? That would... Huh.
Somebody just shoot him!
What would that be? Hold on, try not to die. I don't want to be that guy. I hope he's not. I feel like it's too soon to introduce Miles, you know? Or at least, is it too soon? I think it depends on how they do it, you know? Because, like, I don't want them to do it like they did in the current Marvel Spider-Man cartoon. Like, I love Miles, but, like, his character works best if Peter's dead. So if they kill him off at some point, maybe. But I feel like it's still too soon. Unless they do multiverse stuff, in which case that'd be fine. You inspire me to make a Spider-Man film fan. Oh, that's awesome! Thank you, Cindy. Oh, I appreciate that. That I inspired you in some way. And I died. You inspired my death. Thank you, Cindy. But, yeah. No, I love when stuff that I do inspires other people in some way. Because, like, I made the Spider-Man Synergy Web fan films series with just me and my reluctant brother. No, he wasn't that reluctant. But, yeah, I made those films just because I wanted to. I just originally just wanted to recreate the Symbiote Saga, and then the Clone Saga, and then the third one just kind of did my own thing. The third season's definitely the best one in my opinion. And I always wish I can make more stuff, but like, with everything that's happened recently, like, it's really hard. Plus, I don't have any friends in my hometown. Let me explain. Wow, I am talking a lot, I just realized. I hope I'm not annoying anyone.
Okay, Yuri, all done. What's happening?
The reason I don't have many friends in my hometown is because I moved there with my family after I completed high school. So I didn't have any friends there. Because then after we moved there, I went to college, so I didn't really make any friends in my hometown. So other than my brother, there was really nobody who wanted to make films with me. That's why I'm kind of moving toward animating stuff, like with my Kingdom Hearts series, which I still have to work on. Are you going to do more animations? I was just saying that. I definitely would like to. Doing the Kingdom Hearts one was really cool. I really love making that, but it's a slow process, especially now because I'm at school and things are so stressful. You know, isolating myself is stressful.
And lock down the airspace.
So yeah, right now I'm just trying to do school and, you know,
I'm gonna go,
just keep myself occupied and happy.
Do your thing.
But I'll probably kick myself into overgear when winter break comes.
Heads up.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. There's a lot. One day I hope to animate like a Spider-Man film. That'd be so cool. I say animate. It'd be more animatic, but you know. Yeah, dear Spider-Man, we got this. Can't you tell by all the damage? God. Sorry. Here's the funny thing. What does Fisk think he's gonna do to get away with this when his men with his label on their chests are opening fire on us, even though we have a warrant? I'm just saying, how is he not arrested sooner? But yeah, I hope to do some more animations someday. Properly, I mean. I am, however, gonna be doing, hopefully soon, an animated intro to my second Spider-Man Hero Academia story. For those of you who don't know, I wrote a story called Spider-Man Hero Academia, and it is a 53-chapter-long crossover story between Spider-Man and My Hero Academia, and I made an anime intro based on the story. Well, loosely based on the story. I say loosely because, like, I made that intro at a time when I thought the story was going in a different direction. So a couple things changed that people weren't entirely happy with. But I hope to make a second one soon, depicting what I think will happen. It probably won't be 100% accurate because things change. Some of you probably have no idea what I'm talking about and think, ew, he writes fanfiction? Gross. I just took damage because I rolled too hard. Ow, my head! Oh! I like to think that he's got, like, some sort of painkiller, in the suit. Or maybe, like, some sort of adrenaline thing that he injects into himself through the suit. What if Miles is in Spider-Man 3 in the MCU? I think I answered this earlier. I think it depends on how they do it. If they introduce Miles just as a character that Peter can interact with, like, I'm gonna spitball for a second. What if, like, Peter's on the run, and then he needs to hide somewhere, and then Miles, a fan of Spider-Man, hides him, right? I think that's one way to introduce Miles. If they introduce him, they should not make him Spider-Man yet. They should build that up for a little while. Like, save him becoming a new Spider-Man for, like, the next movie, or for the next Avengers movie.
I think that's all of them.
But if they introduced him just as a character that Peter felt safe with being on the run, I'd be down for that.
They shut the
Because I
elevators
think
down.
Peter's going to be
Take
on the
the
run, now that his identity's been revealed. But I think I'd be down for that.
prefer more
Or if they
direct
do, like, a
approach.
multiverse thing. It all depends on the execution, and not necessarily the idea itself. Why is Peter not dead in this game?
Heading to the upper floors.
Are you referring to the Miles Morales game, or this one?
Our choppers are taking fire.
What am I saying? Of course you're referring to the Miles Morales game.
On every floor.
He's desperate.
Let's see. They're trying to do something different, it seems like.
And he's hitting us with everything he's got.
I have to find him and end this.
Not yet.
Yeah.
We just picked up chatter.
Because, like,
They're wiping all
yeah,
their
Peter
data
being dead
servers.
is a
We
big
need
part
that
of
evidence
Miles'
if we wanna
story.
put him away for good.
My theory is that they're gonna kill Peter off at some point in this series of games,
Call from May.
and then Miles is gonna become the new lead.
Hi, Aunt May.
I don't think they're gonna do it yet,
That noise.
but I think it's definitely something down the line that Peter's just gonna die.
Make sure we're still on for dinner tomorrow.
Totally.
Yeah,
Listen, I gotta
that's what I think anyway.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too.
But I don't mind the way they're doing it. Like, the difference between how they're doing it here and how they did it in the Marvel Spider-Man cartoon that's going on right now, which I guess I haven't seen enough of, but, like, you know, Peter's not dead in that. In this one, like, Miles lost his father, you know?
How exactly do you think this ends well for you?
He did lose someone, and he learned through May and through Peter the meaning of responsibility. So,
On to the next one.
did you finish this game? Yes, I did. So many times. Oh my god. When the game first came out, I just watched you just pre-ordered the game today? Good. I'm so excited. I did. I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered the game already. I'm so excited. Anyway, back to Cindy's question. I did finish the game forever ago. When I first got it, I watched the playthrough of it from Jacksepticeye, but only the first episode because I was getting so tired of waiting. And when I did manage to finally get it, I tried to time my pacing with what my brother was playing because we didn't want to spoil each other.
Show me what you got.
But I've beaten this game so many times. I could probably recite so many lines. Like, this game is incredibly good, and even though I've played through this before, I'm not bored, you know? I have so much fun playing this game because Insomniac made it so
Find that
well.
server room before there's no evidence left.
But yeah, I've already pre-ordered Miles Morales.
They'll destroy
They
all
say
the
it's going to be half the length of the original,
I should look for a
but it
safety
might
way.
be... I'm thinking maybe it's more 3/4,
There we
but
go.
I don't care because I just have a feeling it's going to be really good. I'm so
Maybe a
hyped
dirty
for it.
criminal, but he has remarkably clean air vents.
Hurry up. The boss wants everything erased. Can't make it delete any faster.
They're so cute when they're oblivious.
What happens when that webbing comes down? Is he just going to be stuck up here?
Need another minute or two.
The cat is so cute.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, the cat from the... I was like, are you talking about Black Cat? What are you talking... There's not a cat here.
I forgot my passport.
You know, when I saw that you were going to be able to fight crime with a cat, I was sold. Like, are you kidding? Insomniac is fully embracing the campiness,
My last job will root.
and I love it. And I love the fact that it seems like Miles is gonna be learning to connect with the neighborhood, because that's the whole point of Spider-Man. Like, yeah, his powers are cool, and they're super unique compared to other superheroes. But what makes him the most unique is two things. One, that he's just a regular person. He deals with normal problems, and they feel big because his superhero life gets in the way of that. Like, oh, I want to attend this party that I was invited to because it's important to someone I love, but I have to do this Spider-Man thing. Says the guy frantically erasing his search history. I really hope that wasn't lagging and out of place. But the other thing is that, you know, Spider-Man connects with the people.
True.
The
but that's part
Avengers,
of my
they
job, isn't it?
you know, they save worlds, but Spider-Man saves people. How is Ned with the MCU Spidey, but in the comics Ned is with Miles? Because the guy with Miles is not Ned. That is a guy named Genki. Ned is a different character that they've kind of made to look, so Ned is a character they made to be sort of an artificial Genki, because they wanted to take the idea of a best friend who knows his identity and then apply that to Peter. But for Miles, it's a guy named Genki, or Genki, however it's pronounced. And that's the guy who knows his identity.
Ready for the main event.
I think Ned's fine as a person, as a character, but I don't know. I feel like he didn't have to know Peter's identity. Which Spider-Man actor do you like the most? That's a tough one. I grew up with Tobey Maguire, and some of his acting was corny, but the whole movies were corny. So, when it comes to like anger and sadness, Tobey Maguire really hits home. Andrew Garfield, I liked. Believe it or not, this is gonna sound. Bear with me. This is gonna sound weird, but I actually liked him better in Amazing Spider-Man 2. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was not a great film, but I feel like they wrote Peter a bit better. His dialogue was better. The way he acted was a little better. I just feel like he was just written a little bit better there in terms of like personality and dialogue.
I'm sitting in a bomb unit.
But Tom Holland really nails that awkward nerdiness of the modern day, you know? So they all have something to contribute. I used to say Tom Holland's the best, hands down, in terms of like actors. But I'm kind of tied because they all bring something different to the table. I think in terms of how a character is written, I would say Tobey Maguire. Because if you watch the second Spider-Man 2 for Tobey Maguire, they nailed how Peter's character works so well.
Hey guys.
So when it comes to writing, I would say Tobey Maguire. When it comes to personality, I would say Tom Holland. When it comes to like representation, I would say Tom Holland. When it comes to writing, I would say Tobey Maguire.
Clear out. Evacuate the building.
But I want to give Andrew Garfield credit because he did do really well with the character, especially in the second film, even though the second film was bad. Well, there were some good things about it. They tried that montage of him saving people and getting to know the community. That was good. There weren't. It's not that there weren't bad things in the second Amazing Spider-Man film. It's just there was too many. Wait. What was my sentence? Did I say that it's not that there weren't bad things? Let me rephrase. It's not that there weren't good things. It's that there were too many bad things. What about Harry? I saw that question. I just forgot to
Okay, Willie. Coming your way.
Now I don't know what the context of your question was.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
How we doing, Captain?
Could be better. Our choppers took a beating. We just had to ground our last one. If Fisk calls in a chopper, we have no one to stop it from landing.
Sorry, I'm just drinking some water.
Him if he flies away.
So
Why
thirsty.
do I get the feeling that's what he was planning all along?
Because he probably was.
I forget what your question was when you're referring to Harry in the MCU. Oh. I think introducing Harry in the MCU would be fine. They just have to do it right. Like I said, it's not the ideas that are the problem, it's the execution.
Damn. Yuri, get EMTs up here, fast!
We're trying.
How's everyone doing? Good? Great. What are you shooting at? Let me take a look. Oh! Rockets!
Uh-oh. Incoming!
Did I leave the stove on? Woo! Sorry, I had to. But, again, if they introduce Harry, fine. Like I said, it's all about the execution and not about the idea. If the idea is fine, but the execution's bad, then don't do it. But, again, I'm not a movie maker person. Well, muchas gracias. De nada. I really hope I didn't just offend somebody's language.
What? Is it National Rocket Day or something?
Spider-Man fan film!
Ready for some
Yes, I did make one. It was an interesting set of things I did.
Man, how'd the bomb squad guys...
I made all of the costumes in that. I still have them. Where was Miles in this game?
Down. I've got enough for everybody.
I think he appears a little later on. And he's sort of just like a friend, and then he works at Feast. I divide this game up into 3 parts. Like, there's 3 overall acts in this game. How did you make the suit? Hang on, I'll get to that in a second. I want to finish... I have this thing where I have to finish my thoughts. I divide this game up into 3 parts. First part is from the Fisk takedown to the City Hall bombing. That's part 1. Part 2 for me is the City Hall bombing to the virus being released, and then part 3 is the virus to the end. I don't know, I just feel like those points are like where
You guys all right?
the stories take their biggest turns. How did I make the suits?
Lead the way. We'll be right behind you.
It kind of varied between each suit.
Heads up, boss.
I would buy 2 morph suits of different colors, and I would cut the red shapes I would need, and I would either sew, but I say sew, but really I just used fabric glue. I would fabric glue them to the black suit, or blue suit, depending.
So you guys
And then I would draw on the red parts.
Oh, no, I'll never get that
For the
image out of
mask,
my
I would
head.
just buy a morph suit mask, and then I would buy some... I would either buy or make some Spider-Man
Your
lenses.
plan didn't work.
When I made the lenses, I made them by buying a mirror mask, cutting the lenses out, and then taping the edges. A, because it would make it look like a Spider-Man mask, and then B, they wouldn't be too sharp. Yeah. I was originally going to have Patrick Nichols more prominent in Season 2, but my brother wasn't able to help me film for the last few episodes, so I had to improvise and rewrite some stuff.
Hey, Yuri. Looks like some of your...
Wow! Look at all the corpses! I mean, unconscious
Line of
bodies.
defense. I'm right outside his office.
Take him down.
Ow.
Now.
Ow.
With pleasure.
My sister is coming on. Oh, cool. Hi, Cindy's sister. How did you cut the zipper morph suit? Oh, that is a good question. Oh my god. Okay. Normally, I just use
Writing
scissors
your memoirs?
to cut through the zipper
Don't forget
part.
the hyphen between spider
Normally,
and man.
I would only have to cut the zipper part when it came to the red suit.
I won't be long.
But if you need to cut the mask off of your morph suit
But you're foolish.
so that you can have a detachable mask,
Now.
when you cut the you make sure the zipper handle thingy is below the cut, and then you cut the thing, and then you either have to use like some sort of hot glue or tape on the edges up top, so that when you pull the zipper up, it doesn't fall
Oh,
off.
for me? You shouldn't have.
But I always buy a second mask because
Gotta wait for an opening.
detachable is better. I've tried several different things when it comes to making a costume. For my Stan Lee tribute video, I made it the classic costume. I tried to do this thing where I could detach the gloves with buttons
What's
that
wrong,
get stuck
Willie?
to it,
You seem angry.
I will destroy you.
but it didn't work out very well. It was really hard
Your
to...
best shot.
I don't really wear that one often. I do wear the other one I made, of the Velocity suit, a lot.
That gave me an opening.
It's one of my favorite suits because it just looks so cool. It's the tightest mask I have, though, because I didn't actually have a morph suit for that mask. Which game is your favorite? This one, hands down. If not this one, then I would say Ultimate Spider-Man. But, yeah, my Velocity suit costume that I have in my house has the tightest mask because I made it out of actual fabric. What I mean is, when I cut up the crimson morph suit to add to the black, I had leftover fabric so that I could make a mask of the right color. Because I couldn't find a crimson morph suit mask of that same color. So I used the fabric from the leg that I wasn't using, I sewed the top, and then I flipped it inside out And there was my mask. So it's a little bit tighter than my other ones.
You're out of your depth, boy!
Not this time.
This doesn't even have any superpowers, so I don't understand how he's able to beat me up so bad. Ow! Ow! Jesus. And you died 4 times? Yeah. I think I did this on my first try, but it's a hard one. Especially that I'm playing on the highest difficulty, and I'm not allowing myself to get any upgrades. So... I don't know what Claudio is saying because I don't speak. Hang on, I'm gonna... I might have to run what you're saying through a translate. I'll do it in a bit. I'm trying not to die here.
Tiresome annoyance!
Hang in there.
I wouldn't say tiresome. Annoyance, yes. Tiresome? Hola, Just Jimmy. Hola, Claudio. See, that I understand. I took Spanish in high school. That's about it. I don't have this game, but there is a demo. Wait, there's a demo of this game that you can just buy? Is there a free demo I didn't know about? I mean, I know there's like the E3 demo, but like, is that something you're able to get? Ow. But yeah, this game, like, they've reduced the price on this game ever since, so I would definitely recommend buying this and Miles Morales, but this one first, because it's a really good experience. Like, but I understand, like, what grade are you in? Technically not in a grade. I am in college, like Peter. I am in my last year of college, actually. I'm 21 years old, so... I know, last year of college, and it's during this, you know, global event going on. So that's really nice. Makes things a little more stressful. We're not allowed to have roommates anymore, so I have my own room, which I actually don't mind, because I like having my own room. But not being able to talk to people has been a little difficult. But I've been managing. Some weeks are better than others. Overall, as of right now, I'm doing better. Doing fine. Playing some Spider-Man. That always makes me happy. What do you want to know next? My social security number? Birth certificate? Do you think there's going to be a Comic-Con? If there is going to be a Comic-Con, it's most likely going to be like an online showcase. It's like this, something similar they did with DC. But no, I don't think Comic-Con's gonna happen the same way anyway. Because Comic-Con's a very personal thing. You know, there's like hundreds to thousands of people in a building walking around. But, you know, nerds. Nerds persist. Ow! Spider web. Clever. I have super strength. How are you not, you know, dead yet? Don't you dare! I am so close! Don't you dare! Oh, thank God! When are you gonna show your face on camera? When I find a way to properly do camera stuff, I guess. You can see my face if you just browse through my channel. I'm not afraid to show my face. I made a Spider-Man fan film series, so... When it comes to showing my face in gaming, I don't know. When I figure out how to do that properly.
So, should we kiss now?
On camera again. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, maybe later.
I don't know. At some point. I'll think of something. I mean, if you want to see some new stuff from me, that quote-unquote new, and yes, I am plugging some work right now, you should look up the Merrimack Time Lords, which is a set of Doctor Who films that me and my friends made a few years back. They're not Well,
Finally off to Rikers, huh?
I made them
they've
like
got more enemies in there
a
than
few
I
years ago. They're not great,
This will be more
but you should
than
still
a
check them
minor
out.
inconvenience.
Whoop,
You'll
we gotta
find
go.
it if you just
Hey,
look up the
good
Merrimack
luck,
Time
buddy.
Lords.
I
Trust
have a
me.
feeling you're gonna
Did you
need
make
it.
Spidey web shooters? I did not.
I'm the one who kept order.
I did
in this
not
city.
make Spidey web
1
shooters.
month. In
No.
1 month, you wish you had me back.
The Kingpin is heading to prison. End of an era.
Ugh,
I
look at my
should
costume.
celebrate.
So ripped.
Maybe take a vacation.
They should have made more damage, though. Ah! All that experience. Health increase 10 plus. Whoa, the skill tree. So cool. No thanks. Yeah, I'm not getting any skills. I'm just gonna let it build up. Woo!
Parker, where are you? The committee will be here soon. We need to run an
Why
equipment check.
does Tobey Maguire have no web
almost there.
shooters?
Blocks away.
I don't
Guess I'll
know.
just do it myself.
For some reason, they,
It's not safe.
I guess they just decided that they wanted to make his webbing organic
Gotta love
They
Doc
just
and
come
Tony.
out of his wrist
Sometimes it gets him into trouble.
instead of
Gotta get
just
there before
web
he hurts
shooters.
himself.
I don't know why they made this choice. Because half the fun is that, like, Spider-Man made his own gadgets. Which is one problem I have with the MCU Spider-Man, is that he doesn't make any of his own gadgets. I don't mind that Tony made him a suit. But, like, he makes everything for him. Like, other than his original web shooters, Peter hasn't really made any of his own gear in the movies. I don't mind that Tony made him the Iron Spider suit. I don't even mind that he put together a new suit for him in Civil War, but Peter should be creative enough that he can build his own stuff. I don't know. Ups and downs. He did technically make his red and black suit in Far From Home, but that was using Tony's technology. But at least it was personalized in some way. Did you hear about Cobra Kai Season 3? I did not, actually. I haven't really seen Cobra Kai. I've seen a lot of clips from it. But I haven't seen Cobra Kai, like, directly. I didn't know there was going to be a Season 3. That's cool, though, because I hear it's a good show. What do you think about the Amazing Spider-Man game? Oh, like, do you talk about the Tobey Maguire, not Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield tie-in games? I thought the first one was good.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Like, the first one had a decent story, you know? I see the Amazing Spider-Man 1 video game as the actual sequel.
The grant committee's director will be here
Because
soon.
it had some emotional moments, it built on what was done in the first film
It's fine,
a lot
Parker.
better.
I invented this equipment. I think I can handle
It ups the scales a little bit. It did do the citywide pandemic thing like this did. But yeah, no, I thought that the Amazing Spider-Man 1 game was really good. Amazing Spider-Man 2 game, however,
Not yet.
the swinging in that was better than the first one, but the graphics were worse, the combats was worse, just everything was worse.
Dr. Octavius.
How many suits do you have? Oh, if you're referring to suits that I've made on my own time, a lot. Let me count through it in my head for a second.
But we're close.
Let's see. I made 1,
Is anyone hurt?
2,
No, it was all my fault.
The energy levels
3,
exceeded our expectations.
From a certain viewpoint, that's a very
4,
positive development.
It doesn't smell very
5,
positive.
6,
I assure you, in the next phase.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
7.
Is there
Yes.
somewhere else we can discuss this?
Yes, 7 costumes, right?
Maybe you should take the rest of the day off, Peter. But we'll talk later.
Right? 1, 2. I'm counting them in my own head. 3, 4. I think it was 4 suits that appeared in the actual.
How could the dampener have failed?
4 of my suits anyway that appeared in
I have to figure
the
out what
fan
went wrong.
films, and then 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have 7 suits. Did you make the M in a video? I don't know what that means. The M. Was there a typo?
Ooh, you are in bad shape, little guy.
Help me. I'm a broken arm. Look, I've got smoke coming out of me. Did you make them? Oh, them, thank you. Did you make them in a video? Okay, I'm sorry. The way it appears on the screen looks like the M. Like, what's the M? God, I feel so stupid now. Don't look at me, please.
Let's see what's wrong with you.
I made a couple of the suits in videos. I made Ben Reilly's suit. That was actually the first suit I've ever made before the fan films even happened. I made that in a video a long time ago.
Get burned out.
I made the classic suit and the Velocity suit in the Stanley tribute video.
Got it.
What about Morbius? Oh, the Morbius film! Yeah! I'm actually really hyped for that. That looks really good. Honestly, I'm all for the idea of Sony wanting to make like a villain verse or anti-hero verse, like taking the villains and turning them into anti-heroes. Like, I think that's a cool idea, to use Spider-Man content and not use Spider-Man himself.
Nice.
I would love to like, if they made like a Venom film, a Morbius film, and then like maybe a Craven film or whatever, and then they bring it together for like the Sinister Six movie, and that's like their version of the Avengers. Honestly, I'm so down for that. I think that's a really cool idea.
Finished.
Because I loved Venom. I thought Tom Hardy was so good in the role. I think that Venom definitely could have been a better film. I feel like it got kind of lost in editing.
Good as new.
Yeah, Peter, like, you fixed that really quickly. It's almost like Otto's, lost without you. And we're just gonna do some stretches, ladies, okay? And 1, 2, 3. I'm a nerd.
Doc's been testing new materials for the prosthetics. He asked me to review his work if I had time. May as well dig in now.
You're Spider-Man. You never have time. You do a total of, 30 minutes of work in this entire game?
Doc was testing a new contact material for the prosthetic.
What are you going to do with this YouTube channel in the future? That is a really good question. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think I'm going to lean toward... Obviously, I'm doing gaming stuff just on my own time.
Hydrogel polymer composite.
And
but there's a lot of impedance.
I want to do animated stuff.
Looking for other materials.
I would love to do live-action fan film stuff, since that's easier to make than animated stuff.
All right.
But, finding people to help me work on it has always been the biggest challenge. As I mentioned earlier, I made Doctor Who fan films back in high school and posted them to a separate channel, but that's because I had other friends who were willing to help me. I say I made them, but really we made them. There's no way the film could have come out as well as it did if we weren't all working together on it. I am so grateful for them. Sometimes I feel kind of bad because, we made that first film for Doctor Who as like an advertisement for the club, and then sometimes I feel like I might have passive-aggressively peer pressured everybody into making the second one.
Not Rikers. Our boy qualifies.
Maybe I did,
VIP
but
treatment.
I don't know. I guess I was just so excited.
Joining
Point is, we made 2 Doctor Who films, The Merrimack Time Lords.
Can you swing by the precinct? Got an issue that could
Did you know Tom can't touch his... I know! He can't make the Spider-Man sign!
I'm on my way.
Neither can I! Actually, hold on. Okay, I can make the spider sign with my left hand, but not with my right. I can't do it with my right hand. My pinky bends down too much. So yeah, it's weird. Like, not everybody can do it. But yeah, so what if Tom can't do it? I'm sure they fix it in post.
Wonder what my #1 fan thinks about the Fisk takedown.
I really hope we get more J. Jonah Jameson podcasts and Miles
J.
Morales.
Jonah Jameson, where listeners like you discuss the issues affecting our city with Pulitzer Prize-winning
Showtime!
two-time Pulitzer Prize-winning former publisher of the Daily Bugle. Hey, plug the book. And
Don't ask for personalizations. Don't ask. Not gonna get them.
Threat or menace. Within 24 hours of our broadcast, you'll get an autographed copy and no
Whee!
extra charge.
No personalizations. Don't ask. Not gonna get it. Welcome to Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, alerting you to the threats you don't.
I'm so happy that J. Jonah Jameson's back in the MCU, and it's J.K. Simmons. I mean, no one else can play it, honestly. You know that because J. Jonah Jameson wasn't even in Amazing Spider-Man.
Is that right? Tell me, are you a police officer? Prosecutor? Maybe an award-winning reporter with decades on the job like me?
No, I'm a plumber.
Oh, good. Then fix my toilet and shut up! Let me explain something to you about
Fix my toilet and shut up! Yeah, Jonah, you can't say that. So you're fired? You've lost your show? Because you're too rude.
But does that whip-headed moron give a damn? Of course not. It got on TV. That's what...
I love how he continues to hate on me, but I basically made his whole career.
Gang war starts, I'm on the webhead side.
Don't you agree? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Back off, Jonah.
Now that you quit smoking, what do you tell people when you come up here?
That I
That
smoke.
I need a break from their crap.
I love Yuri.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty
So,
sure
Why'd
that
you call?
Yuri Watanabe is voiced by
Black and white suit.
Yuri Lowenthal's wife.
We spent too much.
I'm
in
fairly
paying off
certain.
Corp surveillance tech.
Worth it though, right?
It was.
I'm gonna look it up while this
Until an
cutscene
hour
plays.
ago. The system went down. Citywide.
Who
Every
voices
How?
Yuri
Tell me someone sabotaged the
Watanabe?
server, and now all the towers are offline.
Tara
Inside
Platt?
job?
Platt?
Maybe.
Ah,
I'll figure it
God.
out later. Right now, we need
Um,
to get the towers back online.
And then
Fast.
And you called me?
who
Aw, that's
is
sweet.
I called
Yuri
someone I can trust. Plus,
Lowenthal
things are
married
scrambled and we
to
have no idea how to fix them.
Tara Platt? Yeah.
Ooh.
Yuri Watanabe
challenge.
is Yuri Lowenthal's wife.
Buy it.
I thought you trusted me.
That is so funny. No wonder they have
Take a
such
look
good
at this now.
chemistry.
Input bands have been shifted. Subtle.
Fixed it. That was really easy. Maybe I should teach you guys how to fix them instead of just doing it myself.
Had a tower come back online. Was that you?
Not just a pretty mask, huh?
Whatever you did, any chance you could do it to the other towers?
Nah.
Sure, but just so you know,
Jamie
I had to
Foxx
sync
is in
up with the
Spider-Man
tower to
3.
fix it.
Yeah, I heard.
I'm seeing all crime data in the
I don't know
area.
how I feel about that.
Looks like there's a break-in happening near me.
Great. I've got you.
I don't know how I feel about
Don't
Jamie
bother.
Foxx being
I'm
in
on
it. As long as they do it right. Just I hope they don't cram too much into Spider-Man 3. That's the problem.
Do it.
I don't want a repeat of what happened before, you know? Where, like, you have a vision for the film and then we shove in all this other stuff and then it just ends up completely failing. I mean, when is the studios going to learn their
Sure
lesson?
These guys didn't forget their keys.
Flashpoint. Are you talking about, like, the Flashpoint? Stay up there. Ow. That was mean. How dare you? Why do none of you have guns? I mean, I'm grateful, but why? Talking about, yeah, so what about Flashpoint? God, I have to, like, silence myself to really focus on not dying. Come on, hit me. Boo. Ouch. You should be knocked out by that point, realistically. Especially if you're being kicked by somebody with super strength. Or should I say,
Okay,
spider
right.
strength.
Now I'm seeing an assault.
What was that laugh?
Your favorite tough but lovable, grizzled, seen-too-much detective is in town.
Cop spider. I mean, darn it! I messed it up again.
Promised you wouldn't do that any.
Spider cop.
Why do we not have a Spider Cop costume in this game? That's what I want to know. That is what I want to know.
So you're the snitch.
Back off, creep.
What's the backstory
The
behind
one.
Season 7 in January? Oh, you're talking about CW The Flash! Yes! Oh, I love that show.
Leave me alone.
Keep it quiet, lady.
Get away
I love
from
the
her.
CW shows. I thought, The Flash really picked itself back up. Because Season 5 was not that great. I liked Nora. I liked generally the idea they were going for, but like the villain was not great. The writing was weird. Just, yes, Season 5 was a wreck, in my opinion. Not terrible, not like, it's confusing to me. But Season 7 really picked itself back up. I mean, 6. Season 7 will hopefully, yeah. I won't say any more for people who haven't watched The Flash. Or who are, but, you know, who am I kidding? I doubt anyone more than like 5 people are gonna be watching this stream.
Walk away now, or she's dead.
Let me go.
So what is she a snitch for? Batman new movie, what do you think about it? And more DC films. I think the new Batman film looks awesome. I am super excited for it. They're never gonna fix that cutscene, are they? Yeah, I'm really excited for the new Batman film.
All
It looks
clear,
really
ma'am.
good.
I knew Jameson was wrong about you. You're a little weird, but you got a good heart.
I'm hearing all of this different speculation and
take care of
stuff going
myself.
around the Flash.
I'm sure you can, but just in case, there's
They
a
want
place
to
called
make the
Peace
Flash.
Seen it. I don't want charity.
They got
Season
the
4
best
is your
beef
favorite?
in the city,
That's
hands
understandable.
down.
It's a good season.
Mom used to make those. Haven't had any.
What was I saying?
Long
But yeah, the
time.
Flashpoint movie they want to
I'll
make.
check it out. Thanks.
I don't think they should do Flashpoint.
Spider guy.
Flashpoint works because we have it.
Spider-Man.
Because in the comics we had an established universe that
Should be able to
was
stop
then
the next tower
changed.
from up there.
They did it for the Flash TV show as well, and we had a few seasons to live with these characters before they changed, and it wasn't even for that long. It was only for one episode.
Spider Cop spies his destination.
But I don't want them to like give the Flash his first movie to be
Narrating
Flashpoint.
yourself?
I won't mind if like he explores the multiverse,
The chief never did understand Spider Cop.
which it seems like they're doing.
It's canon.
But like I don't want it to be Flashpoint because it. I mean, what's the point if we already don't know these characters? Them being different's not going to affect us in
I
any
can
way.
modify these
It just
towers
seems
to
like
track more
at
than
that
just
point they
fires.
wanted to just go with whatever was the most popular story. But they're popular because of what was previously done. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, overall, I am pretty excited for future DC films. I loved Wonder Woman, and I
Towers are
loved
picking up all
Aquaman.
kinds of RFID signals now.
I'm noticing that any films that have Superman or Batman in them lately were just not great. Do I do donate? No, I don't do any donation stuff.
Oh wow! One of my old backpacks.
That'd be
from high
nice.
school.
I could think
Why
about
don't I
doing
attach
that someday.
tracking dots to these?
I mean, I have a PayPal, but I'm not telling you what it is. I think that if I ever do like money
How many of these
donation
are
stuff,
scattered around the city?
I don't know. Like outside of school, I have a job. You know, I have it's at Home Depot. It's not my favorite job.
Still there? Got
But-
a robbery a few blocks away.
Spider.
I don't know. I would feel too guilty
Part man, part
if I
spider.
was not doing it for the right
Oh,
reasons. I'll get to your question in a second, Ava, whichever you prefer. I do have a Threadless shop that I haven't updated in months. I made a video about it on my channel, actually. So if you want to look that up, if you want to buy something from the Threadless shop, that way you get something out of it just as I do, that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that. But directly donating to me, that's okay. You don't have to do that. Like giving me money for no reason beyond just I'm playing games.
Hey fellas.
I don't really want to do that. I would feel guilty. I would only not feel guilty if you guys got something out of it too, which is why I plugged the Threadless thing. But again, nobody buys. I haven't even bought anything from my own Threadless shop. So which Spider-Man cartoon series do you like the most? Sorry, I wasn't ignoring your question. You know what? That's a really good question. I don't want to be that guy and say Spectacular Spider-Man, but I have to rewatch Spectacular Spider-Man, actually, because it's been a while.
More of them? Guys, if you work this hard at
I will go with the one that I grew up with, and that was the one in the 90s. The one, you know, the spider blood, radioactive spider blood. That one, you know, the one that was running at the same time as the X-Men. That one was always really good to me. I started rewatching a few episodes of it, and like, yep, still good.
All right, Yuri. I'm gonna
A little fast-paced, but good.
Don't you mean Spider Cop's gonna repair it?
Been doing a little thinking, Yuri. Policing's a young man's game. And
But yeah,
Spider Cop,
I should rewatch, like,
he's no spring chicken.
the older cartoons from, like, the 60s and 70s. I used to sometimes watch Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends,
Oh, thank God.
which I thought was an
Victory.
interesting concept.
We'll all drink tonight, Yuri.
Ultimate Spider-Man kind of did something like that in the beginning, but then it kind of veered away from that original concept, which I wish it didn't, because it was a cool concept. Spider-Man running his own team. Like, that's cool. Although it does bring up kind of a weird thing about Marvel recently. What is it that's... Okay, hang on. What is it that Spider-Man with the watch and cape suit... Oh, you're thinking of Unlimited Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man Unlimited was a limited series. It only ever got one season, and they never got to make the finale.
At the lab.
Cindy! That's okay. I'm not mad. I personally really liked Ultimate Unlimited Spider-Man, sorry. I think the issue with that is that,
Doctor,
you could have put any superhero in that scenario, it just happened to be Spider-Man.
Not at all, Peter. They're just nervous and they face an imminent
But I didn't
crisis.
mind it.
No call
I
for
liked
nothing.
it.
They always do.
I would prefer it if it was like an alternate dimension instead of literally another planet.
We'll resume tomorrow. Short break, then back to creating.
I'm sad though that Unlimited Spider-Man it didn't technically get its ending. You know, it just kind of ends on a cliffhanger, and it's like, did they lose? But yeah, there's been a lot of Spider-Man stuff lately. One of the biggest problems with at least as of late, when it comes to Marvel stuff, when it comes to the movies and some of the cartoon shows, is that they're very determined to remind you that this is a shared universe. And they bank a lot of stuff on crossovers, you know? It's one of my... Sorry, I have an itch. It's one of my biggest gripes about... Did you write the script for your Spider-Man series? I did, actually. I wrote the entire script for all 3 seasons. Because, actually, I am trying to be a professional writer. That's what I'm here at school studying for. Spider-Man 2099 suit, why does it have spikes? I don't know. Style, maybe? Maybe there's some kind of gliding thing. He is known for gliding, isn't he? Maybe it helps with wind currents. Actually, I'll get back to my thought I was saying about Marvel in a minute. Funny thing about Spider-Man 2099, he doesn't have a spider sense. He has super hearing, though. At least that's what I heard about somewhere. I might be wrong. I like his white suit, though. That suit looks awesome. And his blue suit's also supposed to be black, but it just comes off blue because of the neon lights. Anyway, what I was saying before. Marvel tries really hard to remind you that it's a shared universe. In the Phase 1 of the movies, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, they were self-contained movies, you know? They focus on their own heroes. And now it feels like we have to have these other heroes in these films. It's one of the issues with Spider-Man Homecoming, is that, like, it feels... I guess... Can I rephrase myself for a second? Because I feel like I'm digging myself a hole. On one hand, you should absolutely acknowledge the fact that these other heroes exist. You have to. At that point, you just have to. On the other hand, it's like...
Car wreck down there. Bad one.
Like, the film should still just be about, you know, that character. And it should be done right. It's like I was saying before, it's all about execution. I think it's why Civil War worked out, because even though there were all these other superheroes, it was a Captain America film. That was always the focus. For Spider-Man Homecoming, Iron Man was in the film, yes, but it was a Spider-Man film. I realized I was going to say something negative about that, but actually, you know what?
That's everyone.
It worked out.
Glad I was here to help.
Like, if the film says, like, Spider-Man, or Captain America, or Iron Man, the movie should be about them. It's not wrong to have other heroes guest starring, but I've just noticed that they like to do that lately with a lot of their work is crossing over with other things, instead of just being self-contained. Is that wrong to think that they should try, you know, just letting heroes work on their own instead of constantly teaming up because they happen to live in the same world? It just seems like it's too easy, you know? To constantly be like, oh yeah, I'll just call up this person. Yeah, you can. Well, where's the fun in that? Captain America is 94 years old. Yes, he is. Happy birthday. Do you play Minecraft? I do, technically. I haven't played on my channel yet, but I do have it. I could play it at some point. I just haven't yet. But yeah. How does Miles make his suit in the movie? Because he spray paints. I had that same question when I watched it. I was like, wait, did you just spray paint that suit? Isn't it going to be like kind of wet and dry? Kind of wet, not wet and dry. That's a sentence. Isn't it going to be kind of wet and, you know? But I just kind of chalk it up to, it's a comic book movie. Just have fun with it. A side quest. I'm on it. I haven't even gotten my advanced suit yet. I should probably go do... I should probably go do that. I don't want to swing around like this all day. Alright, I'll go do that. I'll go just get my advanced suit now. Whee! You know how weird it is to swing around knowing that you can't give yourself any upgrades? You can't do any tricks?
Attention unit, break-in was just reported. Location is Hudson Town.
I got this. Spider-Man's on the case.
Those guys are already breaking. I better stop the entry.
Nope.
Ever hear a knocking?
Not fair, not fair!
It is fair. There's like 7 of you. Actually, I wasn't counting. 1, 2, 3, 4... I think 5 plus the guy I threw off the roof? Oh, yeah, you're dead.
Pro tip.
Or at least have a
You're not good at
concussion.
breaking or entering? Maybe don't pull a B&E.
Whee! Got it. My ESU badge. I don't have to listen to these because I've listened to them all the time. I love the backpacks though because it really gives you insight into Peter's backstory in this world, and it's optional, so it never feels like a chore. You know, it's not like the game's forcing it down your throat. It's just like, oh, you want to know more about Peter and his life as Spider-Man in this world? Just find the backpacks. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Hey, before you go, can you...
I would love to sign something for your kid, Mr. Officer, sir. But that's not an option in the game. Whee! I'm just gonna get that back.
Respond to a reported drug deal. Backup needed in the meatpacking district. Over.
Get that backpack real quick. My top 5 favorite suits. Do you mean in general, or do you mean just in the game? Because I don't know about in general. In the game... That is a good question. Let's see. In the game, number 1 I'm going to have to say is the Far From Home suit. Both. I'll do the game first. For number 1, I'd say Far From Home. You did not really show how J. Jonah Jameson in the series because I reached it. Oh, I didn't. Do you mean I didn't show J. Jonah in my fan film series?
Looks
Yeah,
like Doc's gone
I didn't
for
have
now.
anyone to play J. Jonah.
Time to sneak in.
There's
some
only so
spider
many
work.
hats and hoods that I can put on to be different people. Yeah, so Far From Home's my top favorite suit in this game. I don't know about the order of these suits, but
Dr. Octavius, what you got there?
Chinese. If I know you'd be here, I would have...
the Velocity suit's a really good
What are you
one.
working on?
Oh, just
I
a
think they
side
need to edit
project.
the eyes a little bit, but otherwise, it's a really good suit.
Of course. It's you.
It'd be a lot easier if I could see the suits.
It's obvious.
Let me explain.
I only wish you told me sooner.
I wanted to,
Let me think.
but I was afraid that if word got out, my family might be in danger.
Yeah, I would have to look at the suits. So I'll unlock them as I go, and then you'll see.
I guess if you design his equipment, you're bound to be a target too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe. Well,
Just got a message from a friend of mine.
I'll leave you to it.
Well, I say friend. It's actually my girlfriend. It's funny because we just got together months ago. I'm used to saying friend because, like, we were never sure what we wanted to do. We're like, I don't need to be embarrassed. I have a girlfriend. Only took me 21 years.
Check your email.
I never check my email.
Hope this isn't how Doc fires me.
Can't listen to your message right now. Live streaming on YouTube. Hugs and kisses.
Peter,
Iron Man suit. Did you ever
the
get one?
revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit
Oh.
crafter.
Iron
Is
Man.
that the right term?
No, I
Is
have
a reminder
never
of the
made
good
an
man
Iron
and
Man
partner
suit.
you are. No matter how hard you work, you still find time to help others. I hope you don't mind, but I noticed
There
the
are a
suit
lot of
was
cool
big
Iron Man
advantage.
suits, though.
And I took the liberty of...
White
Okay,
spider, huh?
Like, I like Iron Man, but, like, that's a big project to make a suit out
That
of.
should do it.
Oh yeah, another rule of this game that I'm doing the no upgrade run. No suit mods. I feel like I should just mention that. I should just put the rules in the description later when I am finished with this. That's what I'll do. I'm so happy the Wi-Fi at my school is working well because I've been streaming for an hour. It's great. It's awesome. Fantastic. I'll probably stream for another half an hour to an hour so that I can go get dinner. And then I'll stream again another day. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to stream and just kind of talk to people. Captain America. Or Iron Man. Oh, sorry. Captain America, Iron Man versus Superman. Do you mean Captain... Oh, okay. Captain America and Iron Man versus Superman and Batman. I'm gonna have to give it to Superman and Batman. Let me explain. Actually... Give me a minute to think about this. Let's see. On one hand, Superman has way more powers and is a lot stronger. If he was to have if Superman was to have a one-on-one fight with either of them, unprepared,
No, it's one of his legitimate businesses. Multiple investors. We can't
Superman would probably win.
But now you
Batman
got that, right?
That's why
would also probably win because Batman is,
Tell me if you see
well, he's
anything
Batman.
suspicious.
You got it. I'll be your nosy neighborhood Spider-Man.
Because like Tony, he's smart. He's very smart, and he can probably make tech that can definitely compete with Batman. But Batman's also Batman, and he has contingency plans for everything. Even for situations he's not prepared for, he is prepared for. So I feel like regardless, Batman would win in some way. Like, if you were to just throw Batman into a one-on-one fight with Superman without being prepared, Superman would probably win, but like the next time around, Batman would definitely win because he's always prepared for this stuff.
Never quite understood why.
So it's kind of...
Remember my warnings about the time.
You kind of have to just sort of figure out which versions of the characters you're comparing. And see, this is what they have Death Battle for. You shouldn't be asking me these questions. Bye, have a great time.
Knocking the ever-loving
I thought he was going to keep going. Occasionally, you'll just get a bad guy that doesn't,
Text to your...
just like Batman v Superman, yeah. Occasionally, I'll knock a guy off a roof in this game, and they'll just hit the ground and die gruesomely. Anyway, yeah, like, you guys see that too, right? You see that glitch? I've played this game so many times, I've broken it. But yeah, just like Batman and Superman. Like Batman, when Superman first caught him, like, no, wasn't going to be able to beat him, but he prepared. That's his thing. He gets better with every battle. He's just a dude. What are your powers, Batman? Can you fly? In a plane. I'm quoting the Justice League animated movies.
Oh, it is on. Oh no.
I should really continue the story. But I'm just trying to sort of level myself up a little bit to give me a fighting chance. Achieve a combo of 10 or more. Done. Unfortunately, some stuff is going to be impossible to do because I don't have certain skills. Titans from Netflix. Is Titans on Netflix now? I thought Titans was a DC streaming product. Like, you can only watch it on the DC streaming service.
Richard Mugger thinks he's the next Wilson Fisk.
Well, regardless,
Well, they are going to jail,
I
so-
actually haven't seen Titans. I hear it's good, though, but I haven't seen it, so I can't judge it fairly. Oh, side mission. So soon. Come on. No!
Spider-Man, I need a minute.
Oh, wow. This mission. Thought you didn't get this till later. Huh. Do I wanna... It would be good XP.
Look, I know you've been hacking into our crime system towers.
Wasn't me. I mean, what towers?
What do you mean,
Don't
what
mind.
towers?
In
There's
fact,
one right
I need
there!
help. I think someone's jamming the system, and they must be using multiple jammers to cover the full frequency range. Could you take a look? If you help, I promise I won't tell anyone you're hacking us.
I prefer to call it sharing, but sure. The jammers
Sharing.
emit a signal I can detect.
You mean stealing,
Just
you
swing through the
thief,
financial district and hunt for a signal.
criminal.
Found a signal. Just need to follow it.
I can see it, right there.
Any jamming devices would only be effective atop tall buildings. Fisk's men. This is my shocked face.
Worried about Spider-Man showing up? Without that
My head hurts. I'm directly in the view of the waves. I never said that I was mentally sound.
Sleep it off.
I don't know what on earth gave you that impression,
I'll blow him away for this.
or whatever.
Got eyes on Spider-Man. Keep your eyes. You can't hide forever.
Yes, I can. Bye. Which black suit do you prefer? Do you mean like which version of the symbiote suit, or which suit in this game that it happens to be black do I prefer? Because in terms of which black suit I prefer when it comes to the symbiote, I don't know. There's many different incarnations of how it looks. I kind of prefer something that's a little... I like sleek, you know? Something that's sleek. Not as complicated as just his regular suit but black, but not as simple as just a big white spider on his chest. Like something that sort of marries the two would be awesome. Symbiote, yeah, something that kind of marries the two things.
I just took out a jamming device. Does that do anything?
No, but like I said, there's probably a bunch of them.
Makes sense. I'll track him down.
Pretty sure that's the same voice actress in this other side mission you do, where the woman's husband is like being blackmailed. I think you guys know which one I'm talking about, right? I'm pretty sure that's the same voice actress. It'd be kind of funny if it was the same person. I'm gonna take care of those guys first. Hey. Ba-da-na-na-na. 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 Sorry. I'm weird. I'm sorry. It's just how I roll. Boing! Wow. I was really surprised none of you noticed that. How do you not hear the sound of your friend's skull caving in? So wait, their plan is to break Kingpin out of the raft, but what do you plan to do then? Because like his whole thing is like, you know, he upholds his reputation despite obviously being a criminal. What are you gonna do when you're out? Say, oh, they let me out. It's okay. It's fine.
Breaking stuff is the answer, and it's fun too.
It just feels like this Kingpin is so. See that box? I just kicked it into oblivion.
I'm starting to get a weak signal.
Yeah, like Kingpin's whole thing is like, I'm a criminal, but nobody can prove I'm a criminal. But he's... all the evidence is here. Do you have any advice for a Spider-Man film? That is a good question. Okay.
Only one jammer left.
What can I say based off of what I've done? Try to have dynamic camera shots, for one. You know, try not to linger on one shot for too long. This is something that I learned a long time ago, in general, is like, you know, when it comes to cinematography, like, don't, like, have an entire scene take place in a single shot. Like, try to make things look more cinematic, you know? It's about presentation. If you don't want to worry about copyright, I would suggest finding a music-making app. Music Maker Jam's a really good one. It has a lot of free loops that you can use, and you can put them together into an original soundtrack. That's what I did for the majority of that film series. Otherwise, you can buy some music on YouTube, maybe buy the soundtrack for this game.
Now I just need to
if you want to make references to the movies or comics, make sure they work, and don't just use the reference because you want to, because that can come off as kind of like unoriginal. When it comes to your writing, just make sure that you nail Peter's personality. You know, he's a nerd. He's kind of awkward as Peter Parker, but he's super confident as Spider-Man. Spider-Man is who he wants to be, but Peter Parker's who he is. It's just kind of how it's been. Depending on how many actors you have, you want to touch on his personal life and how Spider-Man, being Spider-Man, affects that. Beyond that, just try to go for whatever you think would make a good Spider-Man story. If you wanna feel more like you've earned it, you know, try making your own props, like making your own costumes. Like, how many actors do you plan on having for any future fan films? Because if you're having enough for like an actual cast, because I didn't have that, but if you have enough for like a legit cast, then you know, write your script first, see what works and what doesn't. And then work on casting and things like that. try not to be too complicated. You know? Like, a lot of Spider-Man's strength in his stories comes from how his spider life and his personal life affect one another. You know? But at the same time, you don't have to do that. Like, you can do about... You have about 10 people? Oh, that's good. That's way more than I had.
A small army.
Oh,
whatever they're
sorry,
planning
one
to do
second.
with those, it's nothing good. Gotta find out what those guns are for.
Yeah.
Keep this place secure until the boss gets out.
Sorry. Like I said, I live in a dorm, so one of my dorm mates is apparently trying to sleep, so that's a thing. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, are you going to play DC Online? I love DC Online. I've played that so many times. I think I might give that one a shot. If I want to live stream that with my brother. I think that'd be cool. Alright, so I think I'm gonna finish this mission, and then I'm gonna stop live streaming, because apparently one of my dorm mates is trying to sleep, and I'm a loud person by nature, so I don't want to wake them up. But this was a good test run for streaming, and I'll probably be streaming more Spider-Man. So let's finish up this mission.
Ready night.
Let's go knock people out and take their money because I'm broke. No, you don't. You don't have Spider-Man in your sights. What are you talking about? Spider-Man's not here. He's in your dreams. So yeah, if you have 10 people for your fan film, then yeah, just make sure you're accurate to Peter's personality, unless the point of your film is that he's different. So how about I just give you some regular writing advice in general? So when I write something, I like to get my general...
Now maybe I can figure out what's going on.
So I like to get my sort of general... is your next video going to be out? I don't know. School's been a little complicated lately, you know, with all this stuff, so having a new video out's been really weird. But hopefully soon. I want to work on something. Anyway, what I was saying, when you write something, you want to try and write naturally, you know? You get your groundwork going. Establish Peter, or whoever you are having as Spider-Man. Establish the world you have. Establish some dynamics. Establish characters and setting, and sort of get the ball rolling on the story. And then just kind of let things progress on their own. You know? Like, don't force something to happen just because you want it to. Because otherwise it might come off as not making any sense. Like, why did this happen when they could just do this instead? Just write naturally. You know, get into the headspace of what a Spider-Man story is. If you need some inspiration, watch some of the other Spider-Man movies or something like that. Read some of the Spider-Man comics, see what works and what doesn't, and yeah. It's all about the writing, especially dialogue. You want to make sure that your dialogue feels natural, and if you are making it funny, you should, you know, make sure the jokes flow and aren't just sort of shoehorned in. My biggest tip is, like, don't force something to happen if it doesn't feel natural, you know?
Spoofed ID cards. They were planning to bust Fisk out of the raft.
Like, you gotta make sure that whatever you do, just make sure that you are building up toward it, that it has proper development. Something shouldn't just happen out of nowhere and just because. Make sure everything has proper development. Take your time developing relationships. You know, those things take time, and the way they blossom organically is probably where they're strongest. So, it's my tip on writing. Yeah.
Sorry to spoil your prison break, guys.
What game console do you play on? I am playing on a PlayStation 4. That is what I have. And that's also what I'm going to be playing Miles Morales on. Which, don't worry, the difference between Miles Morales on PlayStation 4 and 5 is minor. It's minor. The only difference is like how the controllers rumble. There's a difference in like load times. But beyond that, it's pretty much exactly the same experience. But yeah, I play on PlayStation 4. Used to just use the family PlayStation for years, but then I got my own a couple years back. Because I'm an adult now. Well, physically. I don't know about mentally. Court's still out for that one. Jerry's still out for that one, sorry. Bye. Oh yeah, he's gonna drown. I knocked him out. Ow! 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 Stop it! Stop! I surprisingly haven't died yet. Oh. But yeah, I'm a console gamer. I don't play a lot of games on PC. Mainly because I've never had a gaming PC properly, you know? I do play Among Us though. And I would love to play Among Us on my channel. But like, I need to figure out how to record my screen properly. And I think, because I have a Chromebook, so I think that they're coming out with an upgrade for Chromebook soon that lets you record like that.
Thanks for restoring the system, Spider-Man. I won't tell anyone you're piggybacking on it, but if you get
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to delete my selfies from the crime system servers.
You know what's funny, though? Because, like, the way that you, how do I say this? The way that he talks about being Spider-Man, like, over the phone or something. Like, is it not possible for somebody to just hack his phone and then, like, unless they establish that he's using, like, a legit server. Did you do all the editing for the Spider-Man series? Yes, I did. I did the editing, I did the writing, and I did at least half the filming. Obviously, my brother helped me with the actual other half of the filming. Fun fact about that. So, we filmed on this old camcorder that we've had in the family for a while. So the aspect ratio is not that great. Like, the width of it is much shorter than the average camcorder today. So I had to do some post-editing to sort of round out the ratio. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I did a lot of the stuff in the series. I tried my best to make the music. I did the writing and the editing. I used Movie Maker, which they no longer release, which is kind of funny. Because, like, they don't release that version of Movie Maker anymore, but I still have it. They discontinued it, you know? They don't make it anymore, but I still have it. I also use a Crazy Video Maker, which is like an off-brand one that you can get on, like, the Google Play Store.
You've heard me express grave concerns about the risk to civil liberties posed by the police department's crime system and their omnipresent towers. But at least the intention
I did a lot of work for that. And it was fun.
Spider-Man has been seen tampering with these
my brother and I have talked about whether or not we would make a season 4. Or, like, something like that. And I think, like, if we were to ever have that opportunity, we'd love to. Because he's grown up. My brother is a teenager now, properly. And he's taller than me. And his voice is deeper. So I would love to make another season, but you know, it's been a little complicated.
Every waking moment.
I'm gonna collect a few backpacks just while I'm here. Hey.
Available units need response to a break-in. Location is north of Houston. Over.
Alright, I think I'm actually gonna cut it here. Alright? I'm gonna quickly just I wanna do something. I'm gonna make a thumbnail that I'm gonna add later when this thing just gets posted on YouTube. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep. You can say like 5 or 10 years later. For the Phantom series, you mean? Yeah. Well, it has been a few years, is the thing. So it has been a couple of years since, you know. Focus distance, reduce that. There. Captured it as a screenshot. Nice. That'll probably be the thumbnail later. Alright, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in for an hour and a half. I mean, I had up to 5 people, which is like way more than I usually get, so thank you very much. And yeah, I'll probably be streaming this again pretty soon, because it is actually fun, and it's nice to do something on my channel, because I haven't posted a video in 3 months. As I do. Anime Avatar, hey, you're joining in at the end of the stream, I'm sorry. I was just about to end it, but yeah, I'll definitely be streaming again soon. Probably tomorrow, I'm thinking. I might do that. That'd be nice. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. No, I know, I'm sorry, Anime Avatar. I appreciate anybody tuning in, honestly, because like, I don't get a lot of views on my channel in general. Unless it's like Spider-Man related. But yeah, thanks everybody. And I will see you later. Now, how does one turn this off?